Hi Emmy and Megan, I'm going to ask you some questions on target audience. I'm going to play this song and tell me if you recognise it. Do you recognise it?
I can't say I recognise it now.
I think it's been I recognise it from an advert. I actually think I do recognise it from an advert. No, is it from an advert?
Yeah, I think so. Do you know who sings it?
No.
Okay.
FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA. FIFA 2002. Alright, okay. Say if you hadn't seen any kind of music video for that song, what would you expect to see from one?
Dancing.
Yeah.
Maybe some like clubs, partyish.
Yeah, more like dance, sort of like younger people.
Quite quirky. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you classify the genre as?
Like dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. It's actually a remix of an original track. So, do you think that remixes are usually better or worse than the originals?
Depends what the original is.
Can you think of any that you like that you can think of?
God.
Well, like, I didn't like it when I don't like Black Eyed Peas when they use I've Had the Time of My Life in their new song, and I don't like that. But then, if a song's like if it's really good, the song originally, sometimes it can be really hard to do a remix and make it just as good. But then actually, it can widen the audience.
Yeah. Remixes of like chart songs at the moment are sometimes quite good by like just random DJs.
Well, yeah, because obviously, because they're there's more equipment and stuff to be able to make the remixes good nowadays.
Okay. I'm just going to play the original and tell me which one you think you prefer for this one. This is the original. You can tell it's quite slow in comparison. Intro's a bit long.
No,
I'd prefer the remix.
Okay, thank you. Just got a couple of questions for target audience for you today. We're just going to play this song. Tell me if you recognise it.
That's 19 to 2000 by Gorillaz. It's the Soul Child remix.
Thank you, Simon. So, what kind of music do you tend to listen to?
Alternative, stuff like Gorillaz, Foals, that sort of genre, really.
Okay, and would this song fall into that genre for you? Would you listen to this song?
Yep, as soon as I said I listen to Gorillaz, I would listen to this because it's by Gorillaz, but yeah, I listen to this to answer a question.
Okay. If you hadn't seen a video for this song, what would you expect to see from one?
Well, having previous knowledge of Gorillaz, I know they're a concept band, so I would probably see a cartoon, possibly something a bit freaky, a bit 3D image. Yeah.
Okay. This is obviously the Soul Child remix. Can you think of any other remixes that you particularly like?
Off the same album, the Clint Eastwood song. The song Clint Eastwood is remixed, and I like that. And no, I can't really think of many more remixes, I've got to admit.
Do you ever prefer the remix to the original?
Not really, apart from in probably these two instances, which was quite lucky, but apart from that, no, not really. The originals are generally the best.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Simon.
It's alright.
I'm going to ask you some questions for target audience. Just play this song and tell me if you recognise it. 1 second.
Yep, that's good. The Gorillaz 19 to 2000. I think it's the remix version as well.
Do you know who the remix is by?
Is it Soul Child?
Yeah. If you hadn't seen a video for this song, what would you expect to see from one?
Well, Gorillaz often have their cartoon aspects, but it's a remix, so it doesn't really have to have cartoons. But yeah, that's it really. They combine cartoons and normal footage anyway, so yeah.
Okay, and what would you classify the genre as?
Well, it's a remix. I'd probably class the remix as a hip hop remix, but Gorillaz a bit alternative in general. So.
Okay. Do you tend to listen to remixes over original of some tracks?
Yeah, quite a lot, especially with songs like this. Just, especially if you're with a group of friends, remixes are better to listen to.
Do you tend to prefer them over the original?
It depends. Some of them are pretty shocking, but some of them are really good. So I prefer this over the original version.
And can you think of any remixes that are similar to this one? Like Gorillaz, for example?
Can't think what song it is, so not off the top of my head. No.
Alright.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Right, thanks.
Hi, I need to ask you some questions on target audience, so I'll play this song and just tell me if you recognise it. Okay? Nope.
I do recognise it. I just couldn't tell you who it's by.
No? None of you know it? Okay.
Simon knows it. I like it, it's a good song.
Okay. So even though you don't know it, if you were to watch a video for it, what would you, like a music video, what would you expect to see in it?
I don't know, a lot of colour.
Bright colours?
Bright colours, definitely, a lot of vibrant bright colours. Maybe quite a lot of dancing. No Pat, there'll be no Pat in it. Maybe some cartoony visuals, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay. What would you classify the genre as? Do you need to hear it again?
Okay, go for it, one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, electro pop.
Electro pop.
Yeah.
Right.
Jimmy requires not electro pop.
So the song's actually a remix of an original, so tell me, what do you generally think of remixes of tracks? Do you prefer them or think that they ruin them?
I think that they've ruined them.
Really?
Generally, yeah.
Okay. Are there any that you can think of that you like?
Actually, I quite like your song redone by Ellie Goulding, actually. But that's about it. I hate it.
And that's is that dubstep remix or drum and bass? Jackwab?
Jackwab is
So it's dubstep.
Actually, Chase and Status do a really good remix of Invaders Must Die by The Prodigy, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, thank you. Hi Lucy, I'm going to ask you some questions for target audience. So if you could just press play on that song and tell me if you recognise it.
Yeah,
What? Do you know who it's by?
the Gorillaz.
Do you know the track name?
Not too sure.
All right. And the song that one is actually a remix. So tell me, do you tend to prefer remixes or the originals of tracks?
Normally the originals, but some remixes.
Can you think of any examples of remixes that you like?
I like Adele, Heard and Tom Glory. I think High
Yeah.
Contrast did a remix of that. And Scream did also some good remixes.
Okay. What would you classify the genre of that song? Play it again if you need to.
Probably electronic sort of thing.
Uh-huh. And say you hadn't seen any kind of music video for that song, what would you expect to see from one?
Probably like really happy mood, just like maybe a party or something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.